Welcome back, folks. This is HUBR Beer Review. Today we're going to be reviewing In Between the Madness and Mortality by Burial Beer Company out of Asheville, North Carolina. Stick around.
In between the madness and mortality, where nothing feels real but the gravity. I'm falling, I'm free.
Hey everybody, welcome to Hopped Up Beer Review, the show where we always give you our unprofessional and somewhat biased opinion about the beer that we are drinking and reviewing. Back with another one. Pop the top, we just don't stop. There's Andy in the attic, there's Jay, I am Ben. What are we drinking today?
We're going to have In Between the Madness and Mortality. Another great name by Burial Beer. Another cool label. Ben's managed to squeeze it all the way out on the side there, so...
All right.
Don't ever say that again.
Oh, it's just too funny.
All right. So Jay, I know you got this one for us. Have you had it yet?
I broke down last weekend.
Jay.
That was me.
I had to.
Yeah.
I hadn't had a burial in a while.
Can't say I blame you.
He was going through the DTs.
Cheers,
man.
mates.
Cheers, mates.
Well, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I was wondering where this was going because I had read about when I was researching this. I was like, I wonder what this is going to taste like in a tippa. I can see it in a sour, but in a tippa. In Between the Madness and Mortality is a triple India Pale Ale. Comes in at a nice 10%, 38 IBUs, made with oats, candy sugar, and incognito hops. Then they triple dry hopped it with Mosaic, Motueka, and Amarillo Cryo hops.
It's just a can of deliciousness.
That very sweet taste.
It's candy sugar.
Yeah. See, I had not read that, and Jay's already had it. So, having had the sip for the very first time, not knowing anything about it, thinking just tippa, it was definitely a surprise.
I read it the first time I had it. But I was like, I too was like, Andy, I wonder what this tastes like. And then once I had it, it's...
Wow. Burial Beer Company, Asheville, North Carolina. It's a microbrewery founded in 2013 by three friends who had been in Seattle, and they wanted to open a brewery. They settled on a location in Asheville, North Carolina, and started an old transmission shop with a one-barrel system. The brewery name and brand and a lot of the beer names and themes are inspired by New Orleans jazz funeral tradition. They celebrate life's fleeting moments with mindfulness and introspection.
So the quote for this one, you know, they often have little sayings behind them when they tell stories with their descriptions. But this one, obvious with the kind of the barren landscape for that one. Less is said, more is seen.
So those three friends went and opened a brewery that makes, you know, arguably really good beer. We chose to go a different route and make really lame beer shows here on the YouTubes in an attic.
And I'm sure this is probably like the duality of man type of beer that Burial would make, you know.
Yeah. It's very, very fitting.
From lameness to accolades, so are the days of our lives.
So what you're saying is we're just like one little flip.
I mean, if we did not exist, there could be a tear in the fabric of space-time, and then burial would not exist, so
Wow.
we have to balance it out.
Wow.
We don't want to tip the scales.
Lame.
That was good. Right on the stops.
Lame.
Yeah. Okay. With that, I'll jump in and go first on this one. Jay's already had it. I don't think you probably hadn't had it yet, Andy. I know I haven't had it.
Ironically, our good friend Wes has had this one.
Yeah.
Okay.
He had
Shout
it,
out to Wes.
Draft.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
mistaken.
I wonder why he hasn't been on the show lately.
Yeah. Have to get him back on. But with that, yeah, the sweetness in this beer on that first sip is really confusing when you go into this not knowing that, to expect the sweetness. I'm going in thinking full on IPA, even though it's triple dry hopped, I'm still expecting that IPA flavor, something hazy with the color. But that sweet just punches you, and it's almost like, am I drinking an IPA or am I drinking a sour? And it's not to the sour, punch, but it's just the flavor of the sweetness. So it's really interesting how they did that, and I think that's the biggest takeaway for me. It'd be hard for me if you handed this to me to say, that this would be an IPA necessarily, or to pick that blindly. I think all in all, it's a really, really good beer. I really like this one. I'm thinking back on the barrels. This may be one of this is definitely my top 3 of the ones I've had from Burial. This may even be the best one I've had. I think this one's a 9. I think this one's great.
They do fantastic beer.
Listen to you, Ben. Who is this guy? Rating a TIPA a 9, an IPA?
Has some sweet in it,
You can no longer say not the. Yeah, I was about to say, just give you sugar. That's all you need.
Just put a sugar cube in your IPA.
Yeah. Is there a Sour Patch Kid in the bottom of this thing or something?
Check your A1Cs after the.
What do you think, Andy?
It is almost like a hybrid of like a candy sour and a strong IPA. This tastes heavy. It we've commented on other high ABVs that it's sneaky. This feels heavy. It drinks heavy. And I can, on the mouth, on the palate, it does feel like 10%, but it's nice and full tasting. It is a nice little range from the sweet. It's got bitter. It's got the floral from the hops. And I think it's the oats that make it the thick. Fiona, anytime we have something with oats, it thickens it up. So
you see that a lot too with other half when we've had theirs.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
It's a meal, pretty much. I mean, it's an appetizer and dessert all in one. I like it. I'm a fan. And the more I sip it, and as it warms up a little bit, it's getting even better. Oh Lord, it's an 8.5 easily. This is a great beer. Yay!
No. All right, Jay, what do you think?
So I'll note that this beer is not that old. That's another benefit that we have from it. This is probably 2 months old, if that. I agree with you, Andy. I mean, I think it drinks heavy and full. It almost has a little bit of a creaminess to it in a way,
Mhm.
but the the candy sugar, a lot of the times when we see beers that get up here in the 9, 10, 11, 12 range, especially if they're IPAs or things like that, not your stouts, you especially get the alcohol or the burn from those, and they have to put they have to put so many sugars and things in there to get the high ABVs up.
Yeah, we always say it tastes like honey.
Right. To
Yeah.
me, it's almost like they put the candy sugars in here and it masks some of that, or it takes it away so that it doesn't have that real burn or alcohol. It's not like a heavy alcohol flavor. It's just full to me, like you said. Uh, I think it's all around a really great beer. When you open it, you get that full aroma. The flavor is just really outstanding. And you guys know I'm a sucker for barrel beers. They're they're one of the ones.
Gets you every time.
Yeah, I know.
Give me a burial and a little black dress. Oh gosh.
Yeah, it's a neat place too. I've got to get back there. I had a friend who picked these up for us. So, but yeah, I'm with you, Ben. This is a 9 for me. I mean, this has got to go on the Hall of Fame wall.
The question is going to be, because we'll talk about this here in a second, but where are they going to display the plaque that we sent them? And by plaque, I mean the piece of paper you print out.
To the Tom Selleck and Sloth mural.
Yep.
Outside, we'll laminate it so
outside. Laminate
it be protected from the elements.
Now, did you go as Tom Selleck for Halloween this year?
Me? Maybe.
That's a good one, man.
Put on, my Magnum PI.
Yeah. Because I know you got the Hawaiian shirt and
actually Moonlight as them. I mean, there's actually a very good market for lookalikes doing just some little bit works at office parties. You come in, take my Ferrari and my little Hawaiian shirt and my short shorts.
Now, the only problem I would see is like Tom Selleck was like 6'5", and you're like 5'5". So,
5'5".
So I mean, like the whole foot difference.
I've got lifts in my shoes. I've got lifts. Was he 6'5"? Or it was? I mean, he did.
That's a good question.
Find out in the break. All right, we are back. Tom Selleck is listed as 6'4" on Wikipedia, 6'3" and a hat on IMDb. So Andy still 5'5", maybe a little lower. But that is a wall of fame beer here by Burial. The In Between the Madness and Mortality Triple IPA. Definitely a beer that you've got to check out if you find out in the wild. We would all three recommend you grabbing this one for sure.
Will there be fireworks?
And the fireworks have already been playing.
Okay.
So they're there. You just can't see them. Yeah. Drink some more of that beer, and the fireworks will definitely appear.
Wait, what did you
exactly? Yes. We got links down below for Hopped Up Beer Review merch, Hopped Up Beer Review Discord server. Come chat with us. We would like that. We are bored, and that's why we do a lame show. We're going to get that plaque out to Burial, so next time you're at Burial, you be sure to ask them where their Hopped Up Beer Review plaque is, and I'm sure they will point it out right away or throw you out of the building. We are not sure which. Yes. We got links down below for some other stuff. Check all that out. If you haven't done so yet, please be sure to like, subscribe, cheers, that notification bell. Us and the YouTubes would appreciate that. For Andy in the attic, a.k.a. Short Tom Selleck, and Jay, I've been. Cheers, mates. Hey, Andy, do you have a website to book you for your Tom Selleck appearance?
poormanstomselleck.com or .net, actually. It was just
Cheers, mates.
Cheers, mates.
Poor man, Tom Selleck.
I'm going to have to play the Magnum PI theme on this one.